Men are creatures of deep and profound emotion, which they hardly ever show. Through the expectations of society, they've learned to guard these emotions and bury them deep within. They're expected to be strong no matter what they face, and an unusual show of emotion could be considered a weakness. In contrast to women, they're not verbally expressive, and it might be very difficult to guess what is going on in their minds. However, if a man loves a woman, there are certain behaviors that he displays to show his affection. It's not something he wants to hide from you if he aims to eventually make you a life partner, and as such, he would be forced to win you over through the things that he does and says. Are you bothered that he has not said the magic words? Are you in doubt of his real feelings about you? You should realize that men act more and talk less. So it's not just a function of the things he says, but rather the things that he does. Here are 5 things a man does that indicate that he loves you. He spends time with you. Time is the most important asset of anybody's life, and men especially do not like to spend their time on trivial things. Whatever you value is what you give your time to, and this is true even as it concerns people and relationships. When a man begins to hover around you and wants to spend every single minute of his spare time with you, it's a positive indication that he loves you. When a person loves you, it does not matter how busy or occupied they might be, they still find time to be with you. In spending time with you, they get to know you better. They want to know what makes you tick, what makes you smile, what your likes and dislikes are, and basically everything about you. They're interested in your past and want you to be a part of their future. To achieve this, they need to have constant fellowship and uninterrupted communication with you. Apart from knowing you, there is a joy that they derive from just being around you. And even when they're away, they constantly have you on their minds. Physical distance cannot stand as a barrier in the face of true love, as there will always be constant communication that makes the heart connect. Just think of Christ's love towards mankind. He has promised never to leave or forsake us, and even when he was to leave the earth, he promised to send the Comforter in the person of the Holy Spirit. He wants to be our everything, such that we can turn to him for every single need that we might have. In the same way, this feeling is mirrored in men. When they truly love you, they want to be your knight in shining armor, protecting you from any danger. They want you to know that they're there for you whenever the need arises. As a result, spending time with you is not only important for your security, but it also gives them pleasure. He introduces you to his family and friends. Men can have lots of acquaintances and still live a very private life. There are certain people that they treasure and do not joke about their lives. This mostly includes their families and a close circle of friends. Based on their nature, a man could be positively charming and all over you in a moment, and would hardly recall your name the next day. Or they could spend time and have fun with a person without necessarily involving their emotions. To him, meeting and leaving people is just a normal part of life, and he does not place a premium on just any kind of relationship. When a man declines to introduce you to his friends or wants to hide away from your relationship, it's a sure sign that he does not love you and see your entanglement as a passing thing. If on the other hand, he takes you out for dinner and introduces you to his friend as the one, then you're definitely in there. If he takes it a step further by introducing you to his family, then you can be assured that you're important to him. In essence, he truly loves you enough to be able to introduce you to the important people in his life. A man would only do that when you're truly important to him, and he wants those around him to know that as well. He feels proud of you, knows you're something special, a gem to be displayed, and would love to be associated with you. Besides, he loves being around you and would not hesitate to bring you into his inner circle. He makes you a priority. This is a very good indication that a man loves you. It involves choosing you above other things in his life. It means that he will place your opinions, thoughts, and needs over others. It might even involve having to make sacrifices and going the extra mile to ensure that you're not in lack or want. Next to God, you occupy the utmost place in his life, and this will be evident in the way he acts. He will be very protective towards you and will ensure your safety at all times. Such a man will physically check on you regularly, and even when he is not around, would constantly put calls through. Your needs are of utmost importance to him, and every little thing that concerns you matter to him as well. A man that truly loves you will listen carefully to your opinions concerning certain matters, and not take it as trash or mere woman talk as most men are prone to do. Instead, he recalls most of your conversations and will not take your suggestions lightly. Men are not usually expressive, and his affection for you might not necessarily be an outspoken one. Instead, he tries to show you his love and affection by the things he does for you. In meeting your needs, he ensures that you're growing spiritually, emotionally satisfied, your physical needs are met, and that you do not lack as long as he has the means to make the provision available. So, when a man does this for you, it is a clear indication that they are in love with you, and you occupy an important position in their heart. He includes you in his plans for the future. Most men love to work according to plan and in a definite direction. They know what they want for their future, including where they want to work or live. When a man asks to know your plan so he can blend it with his, then it's a sure signal that he loves you and is ready to go all the way with you. The fact that he includes you in his plan means that he's not just interested in the present, and he's not the kind of person that would exploit you and eventually dump you. Remember that God is our perfect example of love because he is love, and one way by which God shows his love towards us is by including us in his plans, not just for the present, but for all of eternity. He said in Jeremiah 29:11, I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. Also, when Jesus was about to leave, he told his disciples in John 14:2-3, In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again, and receive you unto myself, that where I am, there ye may be also. In the same way, a man that truly loves you will include you in his plans and consider your journey together as a couple. His thoughts would shift from himself alone to accommodate both of you. In other words, he begins to consider and treat you as his spouse even before you're legally joined. In his heart, it is a sealed deal already, and so he would always run his decisions by you and bring you up to date with everything that is going on in his life, as well as his plans for the future. When a man does this, there should be no doubt that he truly loves you. He helps you to become a better person. To a man that loves you, you have become a part of his life, and everything that affects you affects him too. If there is an improvement in your life, it amounts to progress in your life as well. As such, he will always encourage and support you in all of your endeavors. He will ensure that you become a better version of yourself by bringing out the best in you, pointing out your strength, and helping you work on your weaknesses. He will not necessarily impose his will on you, but rather advise and direct you on the choices you make. He doesn't see you as a weak vessel, but as his better half and helpmeet. He also recognizes your worth as a woman and will respect your decisions. When you find that kind of man who will always push you to become and achieve more, you should know that you have hit gold and not take him for granted. You can be sure that he will love and cherish you, and together you will reach great heights.